We are going to make it right.
If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know?
The commander is here.
What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out.
Don't eat. Something that pop your butt.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about Crypto. My name is Ben. This is BitSquad Crypto. We come to you live every single day, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Tuesday, June 6th. I'm wearing my 33 jersey. You guys know 33 is my favorite number. Thank you. A lot of people are making comments about my propels, by the way.
Oh,
a lot of people don't like this. They think the consistency is
sus.
It is sus. That's what they're saying. Guys. Yeah, Propel, Propel, please sponsor us. Or Liquid Ivs. What are we using now? We're not even using Liquid Ivs now. What are we using? What are they called? Yeah, go get the box. We have a new sponsor on the show, guys. Guys, none of these places sponsor us. Sponsored by Go, C4. Welcome to the Blue Raspberry Sour Patch. I remember when the one YouTuber got Sour Patch Kids as his sponsor. I was really jealous.
Someone's saying a Tony Dorsett jersey? WTF?
No, this is a steak jersey, guys. This is my favorite number. See, it's got my name on the back.
Oh, there you go.
Now, that reminds me back when I was in high school and I scored 4 touchdowns in one game. If you guys remember that. Guys, of course, we are sponsored by Steak. They're called Element here. We like these. These are the new Liquid Ivs. These are called LMNT. Thank you for hydrating me. I lament. Okay, so, guys, what a day we have going on. We got... let's talk, guys. Let's talk about this. Guys, this is why Bitcoin was I don't want to say created because I didn't create it. This is why Bitcoin exists. What's going on right now? We're working on securing a lobbyist. We're going to fight for this crypto regulation. But I want to explain to you guys what is going on right now, really. Okay? People are saying, hey, what is going on with... Say that super chat, please. The super chat, I'll read it real quick. It's from Kitten... Of death?
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yikes.
I don't know if I like that. Ben, now is the time for all the crypto community to put differences aside and fight together for the betterment of all. Absolutely. That's why we have Bitcoin, guys. Part of the money towards Bitcoin goes to fund things like fighting against what we're seeing today. But I want to explain to you guys what we're actually seeing today with this Coinbase announcement they're being sued. Because yesterday you could have made the argument, okay? Yesterday, I didn't even let this dissipate before I drink it. People are taking pictures of me drinking this and making funny comments. Guys, it was funny. Good job, guys. I salute you. Okay, yesterday you could have made the argument that, oh, the SEC is going after Binance because they're trying to break up their worldwide monopoly and give other companies a bigger share. So that way, Binance isn't a one-man wrecking crew taking everybody out. Then today you see Coinbase. That argument doesn't hold up anymore. When you look at this, and we're going to look at, do we talk about today, or are we going to talk about the IPO stuff?
Jay Clayton?
No, the IPO stuff with how Coinbase got approved for a stock.
Oh, I didn't pull that up. We can pull it up, though.
When the SEC, well, okay, so that's fine. Guys, what do you think about this? The SEC had to approve Coinbase going live as a publicly traded company.
That's so crazy.
Right? But yet now they're saying they've been in illegal business from the beginning. So once again, the SEC just keeps putting itself in a spot where it's like, either we're incompetent or we're criminals. There's nothing in the middle. There's nothing in the middle for Gary Gensler. There's nothing in the middle for the SEC. Okay? We're going to be calling the SEC later today on the show because that's what we do because we ain't scared. But the fact is that this is what's going on. None of it makes any sense. And when you look at it from that perspective and you start realizing that nothing that you're seeing right now from the SEC makes sense, it reminds me of something that they used to have a TV show on, something I've actually never gone through one of these myself back in the day. I was certainly had a lot of problems and maybe something similar to this. You guys ever watched an intervention? You guys ever watched that show? Intervention that they would do on, was it TLC or whatever channel it was on? I don't know, Lifetime, Hallmark. I don't know, Cooking Channel. I don't know where they do it.
I was on there twice.
You're on Intervention twice. One of the two-timers. Wow. Wow. So what happens in Intervention is you get a bunch of people around you that love you, okay? And you have someone leading the intervention, okay? And this person's job is to get the addict to sit down and listen to what the people who love it are trying to say. And they go through these phases, right? They go through this phase of shock. They go through this phase of trying to get out. I've actually conducted some of these, right? Back when what I used to do with, addiction recovery. And then it turns into, it's everybody else's fault, right? And then you should hopefully go through all these stages where then it turns into a moment of clarity, a moment of what's the word I'm looking for here? To
Reflection?
Reflection. What'd you say back there? No, not epiphany.
Contrition?
Yes, like attrition or contrition. Contrition, or repentance. That's what I'm looking for, a biblical word. That's why. A moment of repentance where the person's like, you know what? You're right. It is my fault. Okay. We're seeing the banking system going through an intervention right now. That's what we're seeing. We are seeing, of course, guys, Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren work for the banks. They are literally paid lackeys, bribed by the banks, literally bribed by the banks, okay, to do their bidding. I almost feel bad for Gary Gensler in a sense, even though I'm sure he's getting paid lots of money, okay? I feel bad for him in a sense because he knows the stuff he's putting out there doesn't make any sense. That's why he goes in front of Congress and he can't answer. We are at the stage of the intervention right now where the banking system is going, it's your fault, Coinbase. It's your fault, Binance. It's your fault, Silvergate. It's your fault, crypto. No, you're broken. No, banking system, you're broken and everybody sees it now. You can't hide your lies. Have you ever been around a real drug addict? I'm sure almost everybody has. What happens when they're late to somewhere, they don't show up? What happens?
Excuses.
Yeah, but are they simple excuses?
No.
No. It's, oh my gosh, you will never believe what happened today. You'll never believe. Okay, so what happened was I was on my way to work. I had my dog with me. I stopped at a red light and my dog jumped out. I then put my car in reverse and the bottom of the car fell out. I couldn't go anywhere. I had to literally get out of my car, run down the freeway, and chase my dog. I chased my dog for 6 miles. I kid you not. 6 miles, I chased my dog. When I got my dog, I realized it actually wasn't my dog. It looked just like my dog, but I'd been chasing the wrong dog. And so I got the collar from the dog, and I had to go talk to the people who own the dog. So then I'm at the people's house, and it turns out they're the mafia. And they actually kidnapped me overnight. And that's why I didn't go to work today.
I'm so triggered right now. I've had to sit through these stories so many times.
Right. So, okay. So our bank doesn't have the funds. Okay. But here's what happened. Okay. What happened is crypto came in and the prices started going up and the people started taking all their profits from the crypto. And now our poor bank just didn't have any money. It turns out it was really the Russians. See, wasn't our fault our bank collapsed. That's Mitch Shaw says when you're on meth, that's a believable story. Yes. Guys, Hex Famous says, bro, get to the news. This is the freaking news, idiot. This is the news. The news is that the SEC is going through and pointing fingers at every single person in crypto, every single place in crypto, every single exchange, and saying it's your fault that the banking system is failing. Because guess what happens if the banking system completely fails and the SEC does not get control of crypto like they want? What's the point of having an SEC? Wow. They're fighting for their lives right now. That's what's going on. None of it makes any sense, guys. You can't look from a logical perspective at everything that has occurred in the last several months with the SEC and say, oh, this makes total sense. I get it. Now I see their plan. Charles Hoskins, we're going to leave Charles Hoskins' tweet during the CT Minute, I guess. During CT Minute, we're going to pull it up. The fact is that what he says, this is part of Operation Choke Point. I get it. But there's no reasoning or logic behind it. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. No, I will not go to rehab. No, the banking system will still be here. We were here first. Sorry, guys. You're done. It says here, let's see. Scroll up a little bit. Drag Dub says, a big super chatter these days. Appreciate those. I was watching 1988 horror film They Live last night. Great movie. I saw that the night before the Falcons Super Bowl. Wow. It said in 2025, a quote was, all the jobs dried up, 14 banks closed in 1 week.
Inshallah.
I tell you what, some people call me the Roddy Piper of crypto.
That's right.
That's what they call
I
me.
can see that. You don't have any gum. You've never had gum. You're just here to start kicking eggs.
I'm all out of gum.
You're a gumless guy. Can do some market watch?
Mm-hmm. We should
Let's
do
do
market
it.
watch.
And then talk about I Trust Capital.
Yeah. Oh, and then trust. Yeah, got it. Okay. I got that today. Okay. All right, we got crypto 25,499. Let me refresh, make sure these numbers are correct here. They're not. We just had 7 cryptos pop up in the last minute.
Hey.
25,506. You want me to do that after, right?
Sure, yeah.
After. Okay. Exchanges 636. Market cap 1.098 trillion. And Bitcoin pumped a little bit, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, got a little bit of a bounce. 24-hour volume, 49 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 45.8%, dropping like a rock. Look at that, ETH, 20.1%. We tell you Ethereum is better than Bitcoin for a lot of reasons. Not as a financial system, but as an investment, we do believe that. Jay Carr says, did you do your homework today, Ben, or are you just reading articles as usual? Wah, wah, wah. Guess what? That's all I have to do because I understand it all a lot better than you do. So, sorry.
It's a continuous stream.
I actually did read an article this morning, believe it or not. I did
believe
read
it.
an article. You don't watch my show because of the homework I do on every article. You watch this show because of my experience and my perspective that's years beyond 99% of crypto. That's why you watch the show.
Exactly.
Just so you know. If that's not why you watch the show, it's probably because I'm incredibly good looking.
Hang on. All right.
Okay. All right. It's going to take you 17 and a half paraguays as in any transaction. We got Bitcoin with it's showing down 1.76%, but in the last hour, it's up 0.13%.
Yeah.
But in the last 2 hours, I think it's probably up a good bit more of that. Ethereum at 1841, down 0.83%, falling less than Bitcoin is falling in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin Ethereum is making up like 2x against Bitcoin right now over the last 7 days. Let's see, Binance Coin is down for the week. Cardano down tremendously. Solana down tremendously. By the way, Solana and Cardano both named in both suits as securities.
Time to sell?
Time to sell. I didn't. What does BitBoy do? I'm new here. That's a great question. I don't know either. I don't know either. Okay. All right. Lido DAO up 6.81%. Optimism up. ApeCoin up. Quant up. MX token up. Gate token up after a horrific week last week. Look at the 7 days here. Lido is the only one that's up over 5%. Not a lot of big movers right now. Quant doing pretty well. You know, Quant kind of seen as the QNT is seen as the like the blockchain of finance, I guess is the best way to say that. Yeah. Love some BitBoy crypto, but Coinbase support sucks. Guys, I don't work for Coinbase support. So sorry about that. Did you just say time to sell Cardano? No, I didn't say it. You actually can't sell Cardano. You can sell Smeda, but you can't sell Cardano. There's the pretentiousness. You got to love it. Considering converting 1 Bitcoin to ETH, thoughts? So here's the thing about that, Acemon. In general, I think that's usually a pretty good idea. However, this is why a lot of people lose. Like, you should have done it before Ethereum pumped against Bitcoin. When it was on the way down, that's when you switch assets. Right now, Ethereum is, I believe Ethereum is at a 1-year high of dominance. You don't ever want to change anything when it's at an all-time high or a local high. Let's see. Is that correct? No, that's not correct, actually. We got, let's see. Okay, so back in, what year is that? No, that's December 21. Okay, so we got to, what month is it? June. So we got to go to June. Okay, so from June, we did have 1 day or 1 week where it hit 20.65%, and another week where it hit 20.46%. So, and when was that? That was in August. Oh, okay, my bad. A 10-month high. My bad. 10-month high. We're at a 10-month high for Ethereum dominance, almost at a 1-year high. And the question is, will this continue to go up? Look at the the volatility here of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And now look at the steady pump ever since, when is September of 2021, right here? Ever since September of 2021. Of course, what happened in September? We got the merge, right? So in August leading up to the merge, Ethereum really surged. God, I hate all these words. Now you look, it has been on a steady increase ever since. An extremely steady increase. The steadiest we've seen Ethereum on the way up ever, actually, if you look at it. So very interesting here, what's going on with that. Guys, don't forget to check out iTrust Capital. They're a partner of ours. We do love iTrust Capital. I did a full interview. If you guys didn't check out my interview with the CEO, you guys should definitely go check that out. It was a great interview. So much to say about what separates them from not just other other IRAs in the crypto business, but also what separates them just in general as a company with their viewpoint. What separated them from other exchanges like Celsius or FTX that were trying to give people extra returns that they couldn't actually promise. iTrust doesn't do that. They never have done that. They're trying to build a sustainable business for the long term. Definitely meeting the CEO was really cool. He was a great guy. So you guys check it out. If you're interested in IRAs, which are individualized retirement accounts, of course, thank you to iTrust Capital for sponsoring this segment. Invest in crypto, gold, and silver 24/7 with your IRA. And for some of you guys that are bad at trading and you just want to sit on Bitcoin and hold it, HODL, they say, not have to worry about it over the long term, or excuse me, over the short term, and just see what happens over the next 10 to 20 years. Definitely iTrust Capital is a great opportunity for you guys. So you guys can check it out. We have a link down below in the description. You guys can check out. Wow. Okay, guys, let's make sure to do us a favor. Number one thing you can do right now as a member of the BitSquad, as a member of the crypto community, as is Ben Nation, right? Ben Nation, under God. Is to hit the like button. So make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching on mobile, make sure to exit out of the live chat, hit the like button, come back into the live chat. If you're watching on smart TV, bottom left-hand corner screen, more actions, more options. Hit react, and then like this video. Michelle Guido says, should we be taking all our money off Coinbase? You should have taken all your money off Coinbase a long time ago. You should move to a Coinbase wallet, at least, or Trust wallet. Guys, don't keep your money on exchanges, period. Don't keep your money on exchanges, period. Especially all your money. However, I do want to say this. Should you be panicked to remove it based on the news today? No, absolutely not. Guys, I was on a Twitter Spaces last night with Barovic and Fiddy ETH.
That was great.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
What'd you think? You think I did good?
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic. Yeah. Really good.
It's amazing what people will find out about me on Twitter if they actually listen to me.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? Guys, there's no reason to panic. What did I tell you yesterday? Yesterday, I told you we could potentially see some more bottom action if Coinbase gets sued. Wasn't expecting it to be so quick back to back. But don't panic, sell. There was no reason yesterday for you guys to get out of this market. By the time the news came out, the action to the downside had already occurred. Guys, nothing is going to come of any of this except for maybe a fine. Do you know how bad? Clinton Corey says, I watch your Common Sense Outlook, and MetaMask still has the old dog logo. I need to figure out how to change that on there. Yeah, I agree with that on Bitcoin. But guys, you can't panic in this market. There's no reason to do it. By the time the retail is at an inflection point, a decision point, it's too late. You've already missed it. If you're trying to get out before it dumped, by the time you're pondering it, you've already missed it. Now, this is different than what we would say after a peak, after the beginning of a bear market, when you're looking at things and you're saying, okay, actually, like, I think the market is peaked over the next several months. I think it's going to go down. Then yes, that's a good time to temporarily get out of the market. But don't get out of the market on news. You'll lose every single time. Every single time you'll lose. Another thing, don't get in the market because of news. That's also, we've seen actually more wins there than on the other side, but also usually a bad idea. So, all right. Max Santana says he's panic buying, especially Ben. Panic buying? Ooh. Now that makes a little more sense to me. I can't promise you market's going to go up, but what I can tell you is we've seen this before, and usually there's a way that it plays out. You could convert it to Ben alternatively, long time model. I think it hit the bottom yesterday, so we'll see. It's been moving up, but let's see. Mike Stewart says, wait, I thought you cut ties and said Bitcoin was a mistake and washed your hands of it. I'm confused. No, Bitcoin was not a mistake. What I said is working with bin.eth going forward was a mistake. And the reason I said it was a mistake is because we just have two different mindsets. We can't really work together. I said last time in the Twitter Spaces, I actually think that both Loyal and SideX and PsyOp are going to be more successful without me attached to them. And I think Bitcoin's going to be way more successful without bin.eth and all of his projects attached to it. And the reason is very simple. We have two different mindsets and our communities clash. Have you noticed that? Our communities clash? Like, my community's real world utility. They want to change things in the world. bin.eth's audience is degens that want to pump and make money. Like, that's all they care about. They don't have like a bigger vision for things. And those two communities, they don't see eye to eye. So I actually think now that we're, give us a good week or two out, and I think we're going to see definitely, I think that we're both going to be more successful on our own. Speaking of people that are successful on their own, we're going to bring up Frank, who couldn't have been successful without me. Thank you, Frank.
Jeez.
I'm kind of kidding.
I mean, kind of, right? Like,
kind of.
Kind of. I mean, for real. I mean, he is kind of kidding. I mean, it would have been a lot harder to do what I do without knowing the one and only BitBoy. But guys, we got some interesting stuff to look at here on the charts as we have approached our key level of resistance.
Wait, Frank.
Or support, I should say.
Frank, Paisan Takeover.
Dude, Paisan Takeover. Let's go. Shout out to Nikki Damandi.
Let's go.
And Frankie Candle's taking over the live stream. I love it. Dude, next time I fill in for Ben, I'm not doing it unless you're on the boards. I feel like that should just be like a locked-in team, like we come as a package.
Yes. That's
100%.
Right.
100%. Shout out to Vince120. I see the candles. What is going on? Shout out to Redman. But, guys, we have approached a very, very, very interesting level of support. Now, this is a level of support that I've been looking at for quite some time, and I'm not going to lie. Started feeling a little bit crazy. Or I shouldn't say I'm feeling a little bit crazy because I did, we were looking for a pullback to the 25K level. It's really 25,300 is the specific level we were looking at. But looking at it for so long as we were approaching the lows of our range, which we were catching, I want to be very clear, which we were catching longs off of constantly, guys. We caught a long here. We caught a long all the way up here. And we even caught a long right here before coming to the downside. So we weren't freaking out as we came to the bottom of the range because obviously when you approach support, it is much more likely to bounce, even if you are going to continue to the downside. Just like right here, we got that bounce, took that scalp long, made some money, but we knew that because of the way the money flow looked, we would likely put in a lower high at specific levels before coming lower to the downside. And we kind of thought it was going to happen here. We kind of thought it was going to happen here, and then we thought it was going to happen here, but it finally wound up coming down, and we came very, 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 very close to our level, guys. The level we were looking at was 25,300, I believe. We have come down to about 25,350. So that is basically the level we've been looking at. Now, this is a range, guys. This is not just a simple line of horizontal support. I am really looking for some support to come in here, which it has, obviously, between 25.3 and about 24,000. Where is it? About 24,600, 24,700 is kind of that range I was looking at, but we actually wound up getting some pretty interesting signals here on the lower time frames as we approached this level at 25.3. And if you come on down to the 1 hour, you can see we actually wound up putting in somewhat of a, come on, why is this box attached to me? Let me turn off the drawing lock tool here. Gotcha. Yeah, but you can see we put that bullish divergence in here on the hourly here, guys, and actually put this in the premium Discord. And literally as I posted it, I don't get into my trades before I post them to the Discord. My priority is getting the information to the Discord, and then I will get into my trade. But I posted it into the Discord, and literally the second I posted it, it absolutely ripped. Sometimes it's hard getting those setups in there before price actually moves. So actually, full transparency, I actually missed my long entry down here. So I am waiting for a potential pullback to look to long a higher low here. However, we put in that bullish divergence here on the 1 hour with our higher lows on our oscillator and our lower lows on price action as we come down to a key level of support. On top of this, guys, some of the lower time frames do have money flow starting to come up. Our 30-minute money flow is starting to come up. This is also happening on the 24-minute. And if you look at some of these higher time frames, we are starting to get these higher time frame VWAPs to roll back to the upside, indicating that we may be able to get a continued bounce here. But but I am not necessarily expecting this to give us a giant move up, at least just yet. I don't want to come off too bearish here, but short-term bounce, as we were talking about on my live stream last night, was likely here, right? And what I was telling everybody to look for was I was basically saying I wasn't expecting any kind of a move up until we print that green dot here on the 4-hour, and then we got it and wound up getting that little move up. But I want to talk about why I am not expecting this to be an absolute moonshot, and you guessed it right. It is basically because of the way money flow looks on the higher time frames, kind of a similar thing that we've been talking about all week and last week as well. But if we do wind up getting a move up here, guys, because of these higher time frames, I mean, 8-hour money flow back in the red here. Taking a look at our 6-hour, looking for a crossover into the red. And you want to remember, this indicates the longer term trend, right? So the green dots will indicate a little bounce to the upside similar to this, right? Or a bounce to the upside like this. But when you have money flow coming down, a lot of times those bounces will be lackluster to put in a higher lower high before continuing to the downside. So I am going to be expecting something similar here, even if we do get a continued move to the upside. And one of those major levels that I am looking at is basically going to be retesting the lows of our macro range here that we were trading in for about 80 days. And real quick, let me just go ahead and pull that right here. Now, depending on what exchange you're looking at, these levels will vary slightly. However, as you can see here, I would not be surprised if we do get a continued bounce here. And indeed, this level of support was strong enough to give us a significant bounce. I will be looking for this to be somewhat of a lackluster move to the upside to potentially come retest some of these levels of previous support as resistance to then put in that lower high and roll back to the downside. Now, I don't want this to sound like I'm calling for this thing to come up, tap here, and absolutely nuke down to 15K. That is not what I'm saying. But until that money flow starts to shape up again, this is pretty bearish looking, right? So until that starts to turn around, I will be expecting this to be a lackluster move to put in that lower high and continue to the downside, and specifically that key level of resistance. And there's really no guarantees, honestly, that we even get up this high. But if we did get a significant bounce, that one major level that I would, or the first major level I would be looking at would be the retest of this value area low, which is coming in between about $26,545 and about $26,679. So that would be the first kind of place that I would be looking to retest. And then another thing you can do, I talk about this on my live stream all the time, is you could pull some local golden pockets. I would pull it maybe from this local high here, drag it all the way to the low of your move. And you can see, actually have the 382 here as well. So that would be probably your first level of resistance. But if you can get above there, you can see you actually have confluence between that value area low and your golden pocket. So this is definitely going to be an area I would be interested in looking for shorts at that golden pocket value area low retest, as well as the 382 here would be kind of the first level I would expect some turbulence at. Now, that is the key level of resistance. And then if we do continue to the downside, guys, I will be looking, if we break that 25.3 level, I will be looking down here closer to about 24.6, 24,440 is another level I am watching. And some of these levels are basically coming from this previous area of consolidation. We have a value area high up in this level. I'm not going to pull it just because this is the Bitstamp chart, and typically I look at the Femex chart, so the level will be a little bit different. But basically, some of those levels are coming from, they're basically volume-driven levels from this previous area of consolidation. So those are the key levels, guys. Now, before I let you go, I do, just because we looked at it yesterday, Ben asked us to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, and I do just want to check in on this because I think people can learn, right? If we look at the dominance here, you guys will know we were kind of looking for a
Volume in the middle of the page. The volume. Why is the volume on the middle of the...
Oh, this?
Yeah, why is it not on the side? You like it in the middle?
Oh, you mean... Okay, so that is because this is a fixed range. So basically...
Oh, God, okay.
It just
selects... I got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you. I learned something new from Frank every single day.
Hey, let's go.
If I learn something new from you every single day, and I live for 742 years, and I'll learn as much from you as you have from me.
Let's go. There we go. Probably true. But guys, looking at the dominance here, I do just kind of want to take a look at that daily, which is kind of what we were looking at yesterday. And you can see VWAP is coming up. It did get rejected at the zero line just a little bit here. But again, the main thing I'm looking at in the more medium term is the money flow coming out, right? So again, if we do get that green dot, I would expect it to be a small move, potentially back up to the high of this range, maybe come up to revisit these. I think this is what I was talking about yesterday, before or potentially rolling back over to the downside. And again, the reason for this is because that VWAP crossover is likely to give you a move up, but because the money flow is working against you and the money flow indicates the longer term trend, that's why I would expect it to be a lackluster move and then a reversal back to the downside. So I just wanted to check in on that with you guys. Money flow still kind of, it is coming up locally here, but basically still flowing to the downside. So I am keeping a close eye on this. But again, I just wanted to check on it because we looked at it yesterday. But really watch that key level on Bitcoin, guys. Those 2 levels I just gave you, or those 3 levels I gave you for potential lower highs to get in or to get put in before coming down. Short-term pumps are not impossible here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come up a little higher. But again, not getting too excited trying to long this to 100K. But I will be looking for a re-entry into a shorter term scalp trade so I can profit off that little move up. And then if I get those bearish confirmations as we roll over, I will go ahead and flip short and ride that thing back down to the bottom. Hey, little sneak peek behind the scenes here. I did walk past Ben's changing room and he did leave the door open a little bit. So it was, hey, listen, sometimes you get a free view.
Not to say I did it on purpose, but I definitely did it on purpose. Here's a question. So 2 questions. Do you think that was the bottom? And what do you think the prospects are of us filling that 20,300 gap?
Yes, I'm actually happy you brought that up because I just put a video out on my channel, and basically I think the title of it or the thumbnail said, is the bull market confirmed? And it's really funny how many people don't watch the video. They just look at the thumbnail.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, it really is crazy. And I really, and it's like, they're like kind of hater-ish, but like, the thing is like, I really want to press everybody at home, like, don't just read thumbnails because you have to understand, like,
it's how we have to have this conversation.
Yeah, it is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like, you just please don't read the thumbnail. Don't just read the thumbnails. Please watch the videos because someone commented and they were like, this didn't age well. And it's like, he definitely read the thumbnail and thought I was saying the bull market was confirmed, but that was not the point of the video at all. So yeah, like you got to play the YouTube game here and it's, you can't just headline read like that. But I'm glad you brought that up, Ben, because a lot of people are talking about a potential revisit closer down to about $20,000. What are we here? We're on ETH. Let me go to Bitcoin. A lot of people are expecting a potential revisit of this $20,000 level. And, I don't think that's impossible, right? Basically, in my video talking about is the bull market confirmed, is basically talking about, like, is the bear market, like most of the pain of the bear market, at least in my opinion, is over. I do think it's much more likely that the bottom is in at 15.5 and that, basically, when you look at the previous cycles, we're kind of coming up towards the end of the bear market, but it doesn't mean that we go straight up and to the right. There is plenty of room to come down. And a lot of times, guys, we get a really boring accumulation phase, right? This is 2019 back here, where we had a fake out bull rally in the bear market of 2018, 2019. And then basically we came up, right? And then we bounced back. Now, other than this, kind of panic wick that we had in March of 2020, this probably would have just been a boring sideways range for quite some time, right? Yeah. Like, and like if you measure this, like 455 days of, again, if that scam, March 2020 price action didn't happen, over a year of just boring price action. The market likes to scare you out, and then anyone left, it will just go ahead and bore the rest of the people out, right?
That's where we're at right now.
And you agree with that, Ben?
Yeah, I agree. I think when you look, like, I'm telling you guys, it's so much different to look at the chart than it is to remember how it was, right? So when you go back to that pandemic wick, you have to also understand what was going on at that time, which was in January of 2020, we actually finally started moving up. And in February, the price had gone back to about $10,000, which $10,000 was like our $30,000, kind of similar, right? Mm-hmm. So we sat there at $10,000 and people were like, oh my gosh, this is a pre-halving pump. Things are about to start going down. And then all of a sudden we start hearing the whispers of pandemic, of Italy, of Spain, of China. And then all of a sudden it just keeps going down a little bit more, down a little bit more. Then it gets back down to about $7,000, maybe $6,500 in March. And then you get that day, March 12th, right? Was the day of the pandemic crash down. And on that day was the day a lot of us were questioning a lot of things. But it was just totally out of nowhere. But it wasn't just that wick down. It was a month and a half of the pandemic starting to weigh on the market ahead of that. So what you can look back and you can say is, if we had not got the pandemic, if the pandemic had not occurred during this time, then we probably would have stayed steady between about $9,000 and $11,000, I think, until the halving. After the halving, you get a crash. We might have actually seen it. You know, it's very similar to what we just saw, because if we had stayed sideways and had not had the pandemic hit, then we probably could have seen it run up much higher before the halving. It might actually have gone back to about $14,000 for the halving, which could have set the tone for the entire bull market, right? But instead, what happens is we get the price plummet. So when the halving comes, what does it do? It goes right back to about that $10,000 level again. It just returned to where it was, which is kind of what I can see happening over the summer, which is with a lot of excitement coming with the FOMC meeting, not raising rates, or they don't raise rates in the next meeting. You got a lot of kind of things bubbling up right now where you got Congress. Yeah, and we're going to talk about this on video tonight. What Congress did last week set the SEC up, and they don't even understand it yet. And we're going to talk about that tonight on a video. But when we start getting positive regulatory framework for crypto that's not SEC, that's Congress, which is above the SEC, then that excitement's going to start, oh, here we go. And we're going to get right back to $30,000, right back to where we just were. It's like we're just going to retrace to where we were. And I can kind of see some similarities between that. But if you really look at where we're at right now compared to where we were at in 2019, kind of in the market, I would say right now we're kind of heading into the fall. Like we're heading into the fall of 2019 right now. So we're getting kind of to the end. When we get to the fall here, like in September, that's when we should start seeing the market actually move up. So I expect a long, boring summer here. Now look, certainly and I talked about this on my video last week for when we were looking comparing the cycles. Like I was kind of torn because like it kind of feels like there's a lot of bullish action coming up soon, but it seems more sense for us to have the sideways market. So it actually makes sense, you know, comparing the cycles, that we had this big drop because now we've got some room for this excitement to get us back up to the standard level. So that's kind of what I see happening. I think it's going to be a long, boring summer for crypto. I think you are going to see a lot of meme coin action, a lot of NFT action, maybe not NFTs as much as meme coins, but a lot of smaller coins might do some things. You'll get some outliers in the top 100 that move up, that come back down, that move up. You know, Cardano was set for a good move here, and then of course now we got this bad news. You know, it's not really bad news, but panic news, I guess. So it's going to be a very interesting summer, I believe, here in crypto, and I think that by the end of this summer, I think we'll see the exit of Gary Gensler. I believe.
Ooh, hey.
I believe.
I mean, a nice little cherry on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would agree. And shout out, there's someone in chat saying, this isn't TA, this is Moon Boy. This is Moon Boy math or something like that, which is funny because we're literally talking about the possibility of going back to $20,000. It's people like that. I think his name is like One Hitter Quitter, which is, I guess, what he does with his thumbnails. He just reads the thumbnail and leaves. But the thing is here, right? Like, that's not bull market confirmed. We're going to 100K right now. This is a mistake that a lot of people make, right? If you watch that whole video, we talk about the possibility of potentially even coming back down to $15,000 to double bottom. But the point of that video is to talk about how close we are to the next halving. And in every other cycle, right after we hit that halving, very shortly after, that's another thing that people probably think too, is as soon as the day the halving comes, we moon.
And we'll tell you guys that till we're blue in the face. And still, y'all will buy like the day of the halving is the day everything goes up. Yeah. And then you'll be like, oh, you said. We're like, no, that's not what we said.
Yeah. And it's just, it's all about like, that's not really, you know, the way the market goes is like, just because the bull market might be confirmed, right? Maybe the bottom's in, that would technically, in some people's book, confirm the bull market. But it doesn't mean you go right up, right? So again, I don't think it's impossible to come back to $20,000. We do have, I believe, a CME gap down here. It's also a very interesting volume level that if we start breaking some of these highs from this previous range back here, it would actually make a lot of sense to come back down to some of these lower levels. Again, this is not the exchange I typically look at, so the levels are different. But that $20,000, $21,000 level is not impossible to come down to, but that doesn't mean that the bear market is not wrapping up. So just keep that in mind, guys. Yeah, all right. See you guys later. Bing bong.
I saw a little bit of me and Frank there.
Yeah. There's a little bit of sauce.
Did you see that? I saw a little bit of me and Frank, a little bit of the frustration that I have to deal with on the show sometimes, like where people just say idiotic things in the chat. You know, sorry, guys. Remember at all times, and this may not apply to about 5 to 10% of you, probably. Remember who's been successful in crypto and who's still trying to become successful in crypto. Remember that at all times. There's a reason why we're up here doing the talking and a lot of you are doing the listening. About 5 to 10% of you, you probably crush it. You may have more money than me. Great. 90% of y'all are still trying to get there. And all the negativity and the lack of understanding of the things that we're trying to tell you, they're very simple concepts. These are the things that will keep you from being successful. We're your bridge. Boom. Listen to Frank. He's over there. Get him, get him. Historically, every time Fed pauses rate hike, stock market usually bombs within 6 months after a lot of analysts aiming at Q3 crash. I'm curious on your thoughts on this, Ben. That's from my guy, Joey Murda. Look, I don't pay that much attention to the stock market, so I can't really tell you. I don't pay any attention to the stock market at all. Guys, we analyze, I want you to think about this. We analyze everything based on the crypto 4-year cycle. And guess what? We've been dead on for over a year. Stock market, it correlates with Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't correlate with the stock market. Remember that. All right. What's up, Drew? I saw Drew shutting some people down on Twitter the other day. What a boss. All right, guys. Crypto liquidations top $296 million following SEC crackdown on Binance. Not that big of a deal, guys. Really, if you say this is the biggest story of the whole year, if you say last year, obviously it was FTX. This year, you say it's the SEC going after Binance and Coinbase, and like we dropped what $1,000 on Bitcoin. Who cares? The price dropped more. I want you to think about this. The price percentage-wise and amount-wise dropped more the day that they announced that the DOJ was going after Bislotto. Think about that. Okay. All right. New lows, and Ben will say nobody could have seen it coming. Yeah, if we hit no new lows, yeah. If we go below, if we literally drop down 80% from here, then yeah, sure. Or no, that wouldn't be right. If we drop, what would that be? 40% from here? Mm-hmm. If we drop 40% from now to make new lows, or 40 to 60%, yeah, nobody saw that coming. The only people who said that they would have seen that coming are the people that held on to Bitcoin was going to 12K for the last year. So, these people. Digital currency ecosystem is on rattled ground. Rattled ground. They call that an earthquake where I'm from, even though we don't have them here, even though we have had a couple in my lifetime here. After the U.S. SEC sued, Binance, CZ, this is such a big nothing story. It's all so nothing. I have a hard time even talking about it. Over the past day, Bitcoin has seen a massive 3.8% slump.
My God.
Guys, I've seen Bitcoin drop 30% in a day. 3.8% is nothing. This is an average drawdown for Bitcoin. This is not even significant. Let's see, breaking its key support zone at $26,000. But you know what it held? 25.2. It held it. Held it very strong. Let's see. While XRP was exempted from the new designation. Yeah, because they don't have to say it again because they're suing them right now. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Not even a big story there. Not a big deal. Google searches for crypto down to 29-month low. I bet they're up today. Because everybody who has any kind of, anybody who has any kind of holdings on Coinbase today, they're paying attention, right? And those are the people that will sell. The people that hear Coinbase story and just try to get out. Okay. And guys, don't forget to smash that like button for us. Number one thing you can do to help the channel. Let's see. Bitcoin and Ethereum have both seen a decline, low volume, stagnant prices. Most larger cap also performed similarly. Few gainers lately, some meme coins such as Pepe, but they were unable to contribute enough to increase overall crypto searches. That's because Pepe is a meme coin. It's not. Let's do this. I want to go to Google Trends, Google Trends. Okay. Google Trends. I want to look up meme coins. Meme coins. Do you know people that call them memes?
Yeah.
You ever been around about that?
That's always sad.
They're the worst. You know who else is bad? The people that say GIF. You don't know why?
It's
because it's actually GIF.
I know.
But people that say GIF in today's world, they're just being pretentious when they say it. And there are people like Nick Diamandi. What? There are people like you, Nick Diamandi. What? You're the guy that says GIF. I hate to tell you. I know it's you. Look,
you said you would never bring that up.
I'm on your side, Nick.
What the
I know
hell,
it's
man?
GIF. I understand it's GIF. But everybody calls it GIF. So guys, we got to jump on board and just call it GIF, even though technically it's GIF.
You said.
The guy who created the term says it's GIF, but he also has moved over to the gift camp.
He
How
has?
about that? That's like Robert Frost coming back from dead and saying, well, I guess that poem was about suicide after all. Do you get that reference? That's a good one. Because, in a snowy wood, all the critics say it's about suicide. And Robert Frost's like, no, it's really not about suicide. It's like, we know what you meant. These people. Okay. What is this? Is this a month? I don't want a month.
Post.
How do we, past 90 days. Okay, let's go past year. Past 12 months. Look at that, guys. That's meme coins over the last year. They say it doesn't contribute to the overall crypto search here, okay? However, when you look here, what you see is that the interest in meme coins is at, I don't want to say it's at an all-time high. It's definitely not an all-time high, but it is pretty high. Look, it is an all-time high. Look at that. Wow. Meme coins are at an all-time high, higher than they were during the days of Dogecoin and Shiba.
Amazing.
During the peak of the bull run. This shows you the interest is just moving around right now. They're lying to you about these crypto searches. Meme coins are at an all-time high. Think about this. What happens to meme coin people? A lot of them eventually move over to our side and into crypto. So this is a good thing. This is kind of like, you guys know how many of you guys have been in a tsunami? Tsunamis usually kill everybody, so that's probably not true.
Yeah.
In a tsunami, what happens? How do you know the tsunami's hit, Nick?
How do what?
How do you know a tsunami's coming when you're on the beach?
Because the tide comes out.
The tide comes out. The interest is out of crypto into meme coins. Right before the tsunami where it comes back. So that's very interesting what we just looked up. That's the alpha you get on this channel here. Okay. SEC names more tokens as securities, including Chili's. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Flow, Near, and Nexo. Wow, they were also named in on that. Let's see if we get the full list here. Dash. Oh, why would they say Voyager token? Why would they even say Voyager token? This is how disconnected the SEC is. Okay, so these are, they named ICP. ICP, yeah, you know me. Probably the most decentralized ecosystem we actually have in crypto, of course. Named a security. I want to know, you know what they don't do? They never actually go and give you the reason why they're calling it security. It's a security. It's security. Go up just a little bit. Well, it's Eternal Digital Assets said, Hi, Ben. We need to get the Bitcoin collective going and drain the swamp of these corrupt politicians. Yeah, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin here in just a little bit. So absolutely, that's what the whole thing is about. Coinbase CEO says the crypto exchange is preparing to go to court with the U.S. SEC. Big shocker.
I thought they already were.
They already were. Well, not in court, not officially.
Oh, okay.
And I will tell you this. You may not even know this, Nick. I spoke with a lawyer that works with Binance yesterday.
What?
Do you want to know what they're prepared to do? They're prepared to earmark $1 billion to fight the SEC.
Whoa.
$1 billion. Do you know how much Ripple has spent?
100 million?
200 million.
Wow.
Binance has enough money earmarked for this to hire every lawyer in the world.
Yeah.
Think about that. Crypto as a whole is growing fastest from Jomo. Do you think that this is a shotgun blast attempt by the SEC to slow everything down? Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. What the SEC is doing here, they know they can't win these cases. I already gave the whole thing with an intervention this morning, or earlier today, what it's like. But the fact is that what's actually going on here is they're doing exactly what they said they were going to do. Nick, you remember when we did that video? Guys, Nick's my head of content. He managed all of our videos. Remember the video we did? We talked about where they released that document where basically the SEC admitted that all they're trying to do is destroy investor confidence in crypto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's all they're trying to do. They just want to make it to where you're scared to get in crypto. That's how they slow it down. That's what's going on. People who watch this channel better not be scared. BitSquad ain't ever scared. We're going to go further. We're going to go harder. That's what we're going to do. And of course, Bitcoin is going to be our vehicle to do that. Coinbase says, we met with them over 30 times in the last year. Never got a single piece of feedback from them on what we can do better or differently. And then this Wells notice arrived. I think we're going to have to actually end up going to court to get the clarity we need to create the case law. Armstrong accused the SEC of an abdication of responsibility. That could be Uncle Brian or me. I've said that a million times. Regulator's job is to publish a clear rule book and allow market to be safe but to flourish. I think they've completely abdicated responsibility. Absolutely. The SEC's got to be done after this, I think.
Yeah.
I think the SEC is going, you guys know I got the defund the SEC shirt. I think the SEC is going to end up getting defunded over this.
I think they're going to be restructured, and there's no longer going to be a chairman.
Yeah.
Yep.
The SEC was not available for comment when contracted by CNBC. Now, what I want to say here is this. Is we've been looking at getting some pets. We said we were going to get some sugar gliders on the channel.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You don't like sugar gliders?
No, it's fine. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Chinchilla? About chinchilla. Can we put up a poll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, I've been doing that the whole time.
Yeah, let's get this. Oh, what did that say? What was the results of that poll?
It's got to populate.
It said GIF, right?
It just deleted itself.
Oh, here you go.
Here's
GIF. Give like a gift.
Yeah.
Told you, Nick. We're in the 26% of smart people, but I'm in the upper echelon of that percentage of smart people because I know to just go with the crowd. Okay, here's a poll. Office pet. Okay, let's do a capital. Office pet. This is a proper noun here. Okay, we want sugar gliders named Maxi and Laser Eyes. Get rid of and put put a slash in between them. That's perfect. Okay, next we go with a chinchilla. I don't know what to name it. What do we want to name the chinchilla? Chinchilla named
Ripple.
Gorilla?
Ripple.
No, because then it'll win. It'll definitely win if we do that. You understand that?
We don't want Ripple to win?
Well, no, I don't want to give it a name to set it up to be unfair.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? If we put XRP will win for sure.
Okay.
Chinchilla named to be named later. Okay. Or an iguana named Gary.
Well, we know what's going to win now. Iguana.
I don't know. People like sugar gliders.
Yeah.
Can somebody get Allison? Who's in the back? AJ, are you back there? Can you go get Allison, please?
This is important content.
Yeah, before we post this, we need to let Allison know that this is the unequivocal. This is what we're doing.
What about a bearded dragon?
Isn't that an iguana?
They're small and they're cute.
I mean, what else? What else do we have? Mostly nocturnal animals. Yeah, I mean, guys, we're gonna let the people name it. Well, I have 5 dogs. I don't need another dog. Henry the hedgehog, but hedgehogs are like, I think they're.
Allison,
can you come up here for a minute?
this is important.
Just put your arm so people can see your arm.
So they know you're a real
That's
person.
all. Let's see. Okay, hold on. There she is. Okay. There's Allison. Okay. The most famous hand in all of crypto, they say. We're going to let the people choose. Because Allison can't choose. She's gone back and forth on every one. She shot everyone down. We're going to let the people choose.
Choose the chinchilla.
Allison says the chinchilla. All right, here we go. Post it. You're going to stick by this.
It's about to go live.
Put a none.
Put a none?
Put a none. Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's her. No. She said N-U-N. Do we want a none? Okay,
none.
that's fine. We'll put none on.
Here we go.
What about a parrot? What about a parrot? Should we put a parrot up?
It's annoying, and they
I don't
poop
like birds. I hate
everywhere.
birds. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
All right, there it is. This is it, guys. This is our office pet. You guys are choosing.
Also, make sure you.
Richard Gere's gerbil. Yeah.
We are also looking for a full-time pet sitter.
We're also looking for a full-time pet sitter here.
Take care of after.
That's it. Allison thinks she's going to have to be the pet sitter. Allison, you're not the pet sitter. So, obviously that's not going to be the case.
Did a Komodo dragon. I recommend
She did recommend a Komodo dragon, and then I suggested it bite her. Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. Rotten teeth.
Allison, you are relieved. Thank you.
SEC versus Binance screws on U.S. exchanges
Oh
to
my
delist ADA, Sol, and Matic. Look at this. There's crypto is for virgins. Does Gary Gensler have children? He does,
I don't
actually,
know.
because they work for Elizabeth Warren, right?
Oof.
Yeah, that's right, actually.
Oof.
The question is, are Gary Gensler's children actually, are Elizabeth Warren's kids actually Gary Gensler's? That's the
I
question
don't
we got to
know.
ask. can we get a hairline check on our kids? Let's not bring our kids into this.
Yeah, let's leave it out.
But
They're
that would be a good way to
probably-
determine it.
They're probably Bitcoin maxis.
They probably are. In 2023, financial regulators ramped up crypto enforcement efforts. It's a complaint filed on Monday. We already talked about all the ones that it is. It's just more of the same stuff. Here was the quote from Binance. I want context on this.
Yeah.
I want context.
I can take anything anyone says and put quotes around it and
Right.
make them look bad.
Because here's the thing. If I said this, guys, I cannot believe this. Can you believe what this guy at Binance said? We are operating as a effing unlicensed securities exchange in the USA, bro. If I said that, they can actually clip that and they can make it look like that was what I said. Was this meant in satire? There was an influencer, someone said something like, is this financial advice? And he just said, yes. Like, guys, it's obviously a joke. I don't know the full context of this story. So I can't really make heads or tails on whether or not this is actually a horrible statement. My guess would be, with the way this is worded, from the compliance officer to say in the USA, bro.
Yes.
Guys, can we use common sense here? This has got to be meant in jest. And yet the SEC's actually, this is my greatest fear, is they take everything satirical I ever said and try to make it sound like that's what I was saying, which I will nail them to the wall on that, but whatever. All right. Hedgehogs are illegal in Georgia. Okay, well, there you go.
What?
Binance net outflows hit 778. So you know what that means? The next time I see one on the side of the road, citizens arrest.
Yeah.
Binance net outflows hit 778 million on Ethereum since SEC charges. Investors flock to support Binance after SEC lawsuit. U.S. lawmakers blame crypto firm for tax gap in letter to Treasury. Who cares? Who wrote this? In a letter addressed to...
Look who it is. Go
Danny
down.
Warfel?
No, go down a little bit. You see who
Wait,
it is?
is that that's not the same Danny Warfel that played for Florida, is it? No, it's spelled it different. Well, one of those, was it the Tennessee quarterback or the Florida quarterback that did become a senator? They're Tennessee.
Hmm.
What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody will know. One of my SEC people, they'll know. How about my SEC boys on our Tennessee boys in our escape room video? I can't wait for you guys to see the escape room video. It's gonna be great. Let's see. No, it's not Brad Sherman.
But that's who's in this article.
Yeah. Oh, Brad Sherman did this. Brad Sherman and Stephen Lynch, bunch of scammers. We hate these guys. Whatever. Really hope somebody comes up with what that guy's name is, because it's gonna really bother me. Coinbase, Robinhood, CFTC testify in Congress over draft crypto bill. We're gonna be doing tonight. Heath Schuler, there it is. Thank you for that. We are. That was Tennessee quarterback. We are going to be talking about how this bill here that we're going to be discussing tonight in our video, how this is actually what we believe pushed these actions out today. The SEC's time is up. They are now officially on an hourglass where their sand is running out. And this is why they're pushing all this out before they get the kibosh on them. Because after this law has been, after this framework is put out, the SEC will no longer be able to accuse places of being securities. They'll have to go through a process to determine whether it's security or not. So there we go. Brad Sherman plus at the Arts and Crafts Show last week. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's move on to the CT Minute here.
Brought to you by
our friends at Stake. Had a great call with Stake last night, by the way. Absolutely love them. We are going to be starting, it looks like, hopefully some kick channels with some different talent we have here to do some shows. But you guys make sure to check that out. Go ahead and roll that mid-roll, sir. We're not allowed to say that, guys. Can't say it.
Yeah, that was great alpha. I can't.
Great
I
alpha.
cannot
I
believe.
can't believe. Can you believe that?
That's amazing. Like,
Guys,
you shared that with the whole community.
That's right. Go to bitboycrypto.com/stake. You guys can see here, if you're in the U.S., you can sign up to play games over here. If you are international, you can sign up on the right side. You guys make sure to go check that out. bitboycrypto.com/stake. We have that in the description, right?
Oh, it better be.
It better be, or else our head of content
my
is getting
gosh.
heads are gonna roll, is what I'll say, Nick Tamonti. Nick Diamante's becoming a little bit of a social character here. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Nick Diamante's like rising through the ranks right now.
Yeah.
You guys
My
check
star is shining.
What? Speaking of CT Minute, Nick? What is your Twitter handle?
Nick Diamante.
At Nick
Diamante.
Diamante?
Yep.
There
that's
he
me.
is. You guys
Look
can
at
follow
that.
at Nick Diamante. Here, look at this guy.
You like
Oh
that?
my gosh,
You
bro.
like that, right?
Bro, when can I borrow this?
Never.
When can I borrow this? The Beat people said that, they got me in like a shirt that looks like my Brave shirt that says Beep on it. And they're like, we liked your Gucci shirt the other day, the rainbow. And they said, when for code?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Look.
Oh, and let me tell you, I got the drippiest sunglasses y'all have ever seen. Can somebody go get my sunglasses? AJ, can you go get my sunglasses? You know the ones? My sunglasses? That my guy got me? The 15 karat gold ones? We should just throw them on the show today.
Yeah.
Y'all are going to love this.
Throw it up.
Yeah, this is us taunting the SEC. I hate those guys. Okay. All right. CT Minute here. Here we are. Let's go to my page here. Don't forget to follow us. We are we're almost at 1.1 million, but I do want to highlight this. We are going to be doing our meetup next Friday night in Charlotte, North Carolina. You guys make sure if you're in the Charlotte or you're in the North Carolina or South Carolina or that region, where all those states are, Virginia, make sure you guys come check us out. You will get to, bring your books, the whole 9 yards. No, you don't get to wear them. No, just hand. You don't get to wear them. You don't get to wear them.
AJ, no.
AJ thought he was going to get to come up here and debut my glasses.
AJ, no.
What do you think about
Oh,
these
those
right here?
are fire.
What do you think about these right here? What do you think about going to the Bitcoin Maximalist Conference wearing these right here? What's up?
Those are fire.
What's up, Maxie? What's going down? You guys know what I realized the other day? That Max Kaiser's name is Max. What a Maxie name is that?
I know. Is it his real name, though? I bet it's not. It's probably like Simon.
These were given to me as a gift, by the way. These are actual 24 karat gold glasses. These are $15,000 glasses. What's up? And who wants to come to the studio now and try to get these off my face?
That's right.
Bring it. That's what I got to say. Gary, bring it. Okay. These are killer glasses. I can't wait to wear these out loud. Yeah, they are extremely fire. Okay. All right. So you guys make sure you come check this out. I will be wearing the glasses when I go to the meetup. You guys know, obviously. Obviously, we'll be doing that. But I wanted to show a couple things here. Let's go to our bookmarks here. Bookmarks, all bookmarks. Let's start with these. Here we go. You know what? I can't actually even talk about this one because we're going to do it later. I remembered. We're going to do the Charles Hoskin one later.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's okay.
Okay. All right, we'll start with this. Yesterday, they had the Apple glasses. What do you guys think about the Apple glasses?
Dumb.
Kelly Boy says I look famous. Did I not before I put the glasses on?
Oh.
Do y'all not know who I am? Did Apple so you don't like them? What about next compared to Oculus?
I think all the headgear is dumb. If the Google Glass, which was just like a tiny little piece of whatever.
Well, yeah, but that's like AR. That's not VR. You can't do
know.
VR with those.
The frame rate isn't big enough. There isn't high enough, and the field of view is not big enough, so you can't move your eyes and look around. You always have to move your head.
Yeah, I hate that.
And they can't fix that right now.
They will eventually do it with a retina scanner.
That's going to be the only way people are going to do it.
Yeah, but we are in the. I believe we're in the Nintendo. We're in the NES stage
For sure.
Nintendo Entertainment System. That's where we're at right now. We're past the Atari stage. That was the Oculus. Moving into the Nintendo stage. Eventually, we will get to the stage where we need to be. Did Apple just low-key launch a V1 brain machine interface into the Vision Pro? One of the ex-designers just tweeted this. One of the coolest results involved predicting a user was going to click on something before they actually did. That was a ton of work, something I'm proud of. Okay. Your pupil reacts before you click in part because you expect something will happen after you click. So you can create biofeedback with the user's brain by monitoring their eye behavior. Guys, this is insane. When are they going to be able to transfer our identities into machines? How far are we away from that? Do you believe that'll happen?
No.
Or do you believe that there's a soul and therefore that can never happen?
That's 100% what I believe.
Well, then what do you... Iguana wins by a crushing amount.
Yeah. It wasn't even close.
Allison, get that iguana. Do we want a baby iguana? We want to start it as a baby, right?
Yeah.
We had a conversation this morning about, you said they live like 20 years.
Yeah.
So it means I'm going to take care of this thing into my 60s. Can you believe that? Oh man, I hope this thing only lives 19 years. I can't be 60 with an iguana.
Oh, wait. I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Average lifespan is 12 to 15.
12 to 15 years. Now, managing in my early 50s, I can do.
For sure.
That's cool. They say 50s are the new 40s. They say that every time you go up in a decade. You say that about the last decade. Every time. Every time. Oh, Shannon lives in Charlotte. Well, Shannon, you're coming to the meetup, right?
Has to.
Shannon. And don't be like Molly was when Molly came to my meetup and wait in line. Like, you're part of the team.
You're a
one.
wrench.
Just come up and say, hey, I'm Shannon. Definitely do that. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's what's going on with Apple. I mean, are people generally happy or sad about? Can we just put up a poll, another poll? I want to see, are you, what? Just say this. Which one would you choose? Meta? Which one would you choose for VR? Meta or Apple? Let's see what they choose. Get some NAD, Ben. You'll live forever. Who told you I already ain't on that, son? Who told you I already ain't on all that? Come on. You think I'm trying to die soon? You think I got
Adrenochrome delivered to this office?
Look, if I'm going to be in that cell with Sam for a long time, I want to be in good health when I'm doing it.
We got to go.
Gotta go.
Who's
Wait,
that
what
guy?
happened here?
Get him out of here.
What happened here?
What's going on? Ben? Right
What?
now?
What did I click on that sent me?
I don't know.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
That was bizarre. Did anybody catch that on here? Was it live on here?
Yeah.
What happened? How did I click on this and I got to ben.eth?
I don't know.
That was very bizarre. Okay. Hope you guys see we have kind of redone a new version of the logo. We're adding black into the color scheme, so we have a little bit more of a, I know it's not popular to be like, to like genders, but like a little more masculine look to it. I think if you look at our merch on hitmerch.com, all of our Bitcoin merch, you guys can go check it out. You guys see what's going on. Black added in there, gave us an idea to, add it into here as well. You guys go to hitmerch.com if you want to pick up some Bitcoin gear. But we are doing a Twitter Spaces tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the Bitcoin, which is now, you guys can see it is now associated with Hit Network, on the Bitcoin page. Guys, we're going to be doing, I'm going to be like taking a look here over, God, this old logo is killing me. We're going to be taking a look here very soon over what's going on with this coin, with our roadmap, giving you guys some updates. Obviously, things have slowed down a lot as far as the trading, the price level. We do think maybe it has hit a bottom, but we're not going to really talk about the price of the coin. I'm talking about the market cap right now. So we hope we're going to be heading in a good direction here soon and we can kind of get things kicked off and get going. But when the volume's low, that doesn't give us a lot of income from the liquidity pool to be able to do the things we want to do. So we're going to be taking a look at the roadmap, visiting where we're at on a lot of those things. And kind of seeing, where we can go from there. But it has been a crazy week. We want to talk about all of it. I was on a Twitter Spaces last night talking a lot about what's going on with Bitcoin. Kind of looking at some of the numbers here on Bitcoin in terms of the market cap. Let's see where we're at right now. Obviously, the market has gotten absolutely crushed, and we have not fared much better. As you guys can see here, the market cap coming in now at about $32 million. We were up at a high of around $100 million, but you can see over the last 24 hours, it does seem like maybe things are heading in the right direction for Bitcoin.
The volume is strong.
What's that?
The volume is there.
The volume is there. You see, volume is over 10% of the total market cap. We just need that market cap to continue climbing to help us, reach all of our goals. Don't Mind Me says Meta has VR, Apple is more AR, and it looks more dope. I agree. It looks a lot cooler than the Oculus, for sure. Guys, you should be able to get Ben on Uniswap.
Yep, you can.
BitGet, Bilaxy, Poloniex, and Mexi also have those as well, so you guys can check out there. And we do have a big announcement coming at the middle of the month. You guys wait for the end of next week. Just got bonus. Got to get more Ben Woo. That's Fizzard 555. Thank you guys. Ben Nation is real. It's alive. We are going to start. There's going to be some results, guys. I'm telling you, the next 2 weeks are going to be really big. Not like tomorrow. Things are going to really go. We're working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. This is my main focus going forward, other than the channel, of course. So we are separated from all the other projects. Bitcoin is the focus now. We have a COO now. So someone that's going to help direct things going forward. We're meeting with a couple more possible team members in the next couple of weeks. We've got some really cool things. People are always like, I want to be able to spend my Bitcoin. Well, the cool thing is we're going to have some ways that you're going to be able to get some rewards, some bonuses. We got some companies we're working with partnering with. Absolutely huge things coming. I can't promise you they'll all be within the next 2 weeks, but we're on the grind in the next 2 weeks. I can guarantee you that. We're working on a lot of stuff. We have a new partnership application. We have a moderator application. So you guys just make sure to follow Bitcoin on Twitter. We're going to have a lot of updates on that stuff here soon. All right, moving on here. BitBoy reacts. What am I reacting to? Of course, I'm reacting to the this tweet here. Let's see. All right, SEC versus Ripple. Is this what I'm reacting to?
No, that was the call to action. You're supposed to react to the Charles
the UFO whistleblower. Oh, is that this?
Yeah,
No.
that one you can
No, that's
react.
Gary Gensler.
He's talking about Algorand.
Oh, here it is. I'm reacting to this. I thought reacts are supposed to be a video.
I thought it's the Charles Hoskinson. It's in Twitter. Is the Charles Hoskinson video?
That's crypto rivalry. That's where he started by his
I
tweet.
messed all up then.
BitBoy reacts, just so you know, Nick, it's supposed to be a video. So is this a video? What is this? Or is this
No,
just an
that's
advertisement?
No,
Is there more after it though?
probably not.
Let's see. Maybe there's a video here. I think this is a video afterwards. Wow, she has some bang problems. Be seen. Be Ben. Planned crypto hood. Nope, that's literally just an ad. we literally just showed a Planned Parenthood ad. Planned Parenthood, we do expect some returns on this investment. Would appreciate it. I can ask Gary Gensler if there's anything in particular he wants from Planned Parenthood. I think y'all know what I'm talking about.
You don't want to react to Gary talking about Algorand?
Yeah, but that's not what it is. It's a BitBoy reacts to UFO whistleblower.
I'm all messed up. Just go with God. You got it.
Well, let's go. I want to read this first, and we'll go to that.
Yeah.
We're definitely not into the show early today. We're going to end at 1. Past 6 years, we're trying to move the show back to 12:45, guys. It's gotten a little bit too long. But today, obviously, a big day, a lot of stuff going on. We want to make sure we give everything, it's regular, regular stuff. Joseph Gunder says, imagine SEC sues you for selling an unregistered security. Seems risky AF. Being in crypto is risky AF right now. Do you not understand that, you imbecile? Do you not get it? You don't see? First of all, I didn't sell any of these coins. First of all, I didn't sell a single coin. Someone else did that. I took it over afterwards. Had no knowledge of a sale before that. Number 2, guys, I want to go back to my tweet here. I want to go to my tweet, which is going viral. Or it was. Let's see what it's at now. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. 663 likes. Not viral, but I got 500 in a short amount of time. Guys, and I know James Gunner's in here all the time. I didn't mean to call you an idiot. I'm sorry. The crypto Salem witch trials are here. Guys, it's crypto Salem witch trials. Every single project, every single influencer, we're all on the chopping block. Every single one of us. Anyone who has a name in this industry is on the chopping block. That seems risky AF, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem risky to talk about crypto at a time like this? Guys, Gary's on his way out. I'm not scared of Gary. I'm not scared of Gary. Gary has basically won 0 cases since he's been in charge. Even his library case that he won, that's actually the biggest failure and loss for the SEC that exists, because it set a precedent that the secondary market are not securities. So no, I'm not scared of the guy. I promise you, I swear to God, I will never be scared of a man with a cul-de-sac on his head. Ever. Facts. We're gonna call Hester Pierce here in a minute. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna report Gary to Hester Pierce. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So we do have this. Past 6 years have been a roller coaster for the extraterrestrial minded in America. Have you ever seen an alien, Nick?
No.
You haven't. Now, I saw a UFO once. It is true. I know people would say I don't believe in aliens. It's true. I did see a UFO, but I was also on a massive amount of drugs at the time. I was probably like 22 years old. Yeah, massive amounts of drugs, probably maybe 21. That was in my earlier days before I went to rehab. But yeah, I do believe I saw something. It was really creepy. And all of a sudden these crickets started doing this thing. It was weird. Do you think aliens look more like people or crickets?
I don't think they're aliens.
You don't believe in aliens?
I believe what we perceive as aliens are actually the supernatural.
Supernatural. So you do not believe in aliens. I want to get that on the books.
No.
I also do not believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. And people, watch the alien cult people. There are people that are literally in alien cults. Aliens are their religion. If you try, because their religion is science, right? So science would kind of say that, like, because the universe is so big and there's so many possibilities out there, there has to be aliens. And by aliens, I mean more than just plankton, like intelligent life. Something give or take within 100 IQ points of the average human, okay? Not an IQ of 2, okay? Just because space exists doesn't mean that the factors are right for life. And that's what I believe. Until you show me an alien face to face and I talk to him, I ain't gonna believe in him. I don't believe it. People are saying, why are y'all spelling aliens with an E? I don't understand this. This guy says, what the F is an alien? Guys, it's an extraterrestrial being with intelligence that you could see and talk to. Okay, that's what an alien is. I don't understand why people do not understand this. It's so weird. Okay.
People they don't know how to enunciate.
Yeah, they don't know how to enunciate correctly. Part of the team that broke the time story in 2017 gives hope to the alien optimists. On the sites, you know what's so funny is people actually care more about my pronunciation of the word aliens than they do about whether aliens exist or not. That's the power of enunciation.
This is why we're in the position that we're in.
That's why we win, right there. But a new report from Leslie Keene and Ralph Blumenthal, part of the team that broke the time story in 2017, gives hope to the alien optimists. On the science website, The Debrief, the pair described the story of a defense intelligence whistleblower who has alleged that the intelligence community has highly classified evidence of an intact and partially intact. Wait, intact and partially intact craft.
So it's two of them.
Oh, of non-human origin. What if AI built a spaceship? I don't know. Niche is better than alien? Oh, Gary Gensler said that.
Get out of here.
Let's see. They have recovered. Wait, didn't they say they actually have an alien? They have vehicles.
I thought that was it.
Extraterrestrial arms race. Why would these people why would these aliens do handstands and race on their arms? Have you ever seen, what is the name of the movie? Arrival? Have you ever seen Arrival?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I love alien movies, though. Don't get me wrong. The one where their knees just break out the other way and they run like grasshoppers. Love that movie. That's for you, Tales from the Crypto. So there we go. Ben, please pronounce eggs. That's what you have in the morning. Eggs, pecan, and milk. Love that combo. It's great. And if you get the low carbohydrate milk, it's a perfect low carb breakfast. Low carb.
Cow milk, goat milk.
I like oat milk.
Oat milk.
Yeah, it's called milk, actually. They do call it milk.
Yeah.
Or is it milk?
MAWK.
This show has gone so off the rails today.
It happens every time I co-host.
Every time. Why do you let me do this? Okay. All right. Call to action. Here we got SEC versus Ripple was filed by Jay Clayton. Now he joins Fireblocks. Okay. What is the date that the SEC case was filed? I thought it was in September. SEC case versus Ripple filing date. Some people actually know it. He sounds exactly like your ex-girlfriend. Wow, she kind of sounds like a dude. Let's see. Public on January 2nd. January 2nd. This was August 2021. Now, the case got filed in 2020, though. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. It got filed on 2020. What day did he leave? Let me look. Jay Clayton resigns. Jay Clayton.
Yeah, it just said right there, December 2020 is when they filed the lawsuit.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But when did he resign? December 2023. December 23rd, 2020. Literally 3 weeks after he filed the case versus Ripple, Jay Clayton steps down. Okay? Literally exactly 3 weeks after he filed the case. He knew he could not win that case. Okay? Here it is. No. Let's see. He knew he could not win this case. So what does he do? He steps down. are we seeing this Binance and this Coinbase case as Gary Gensler's swan song? He can't win those cases. There's 0% chance he can win those cases. I don't believe in aliens, but if they were real, they would look like Gary Gensler. There's a lot of crossover between lizards and aliens, as a lot of people know. People think that aliens are reptiles. A lot of people think that Gary Gensler himself, as a lizard person, is also an alien. So look at that. Let's watch this clip real quick. Mike Dudas posted this. I can't keep up whether he likes me or hates me. We talked a little bit on Twitter one time. I can never remember. I need like a meter to track who currently likes me and who currently hates me on Twitter.
Yeah, there's got to be an API for that. Is it Dudas or Dudas?
I think it's Dudas.
Oh,
I think it's Dudas. I think.
okay.
Now he was involved, I believe, I think he was involved with the block, but he came out like said a lot of strong statements. He didn't know about the Alameda thing, yada yada yada. All right, here we go.
You could create Uber or Lyft on top of a blockchain technology today. Well, maybe in 5 years you could. It would have the performance. Sylvia McCally's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance. You could create Uber on top of it. The question is then who would update the software? Governance is tough.
I think this is what we do today. We call Hester Pierce, and we explain to her that we would like to see Gary Gensler charged with promoting an illegal security.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay, so this is the SEC. This is Hester Pierce. We're going to call her live on air here.
Love it.
What is that here? Okay. Let's call Hester Pierce here. All right, let's see. What is the number? Okay. This is what you get on this channel. We do the things that other people are scared to do because they're pansies. I'm going to start saying pansies instead of the other
Do
word.
not order any pizzas to that address.
Oh, wait. I got to call again because I got to call on speakerphone. Duh. Okay, let's see. There we go.
The office of Commissioner Hester M. Purse at the U.S. Securities
Purse?
Exchange Commission.
They pronounce it Purse?
Sorry we couldn't answer your call.
We've all been saying it wrong?
Leave a voicemail. We'll give you a call back as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, Office of Hester Purse. Maybe I've been mispronouncing. I thought it was Pierce. But I would just like to say, my name is Ben Armstrong, and I would like to formally file a complaint against your fellow commissioner, Gary Gensler, who's the chairman of the SEC, for illegally promoting a security. There is a video that has emerged of Mr. Gary Gensler promoting Algorand as a great blockchain with utility, and now it comes out that it is actually a security. So what I would like to do is I would like to figure out how I file a formal complaint. I lead a community of thousands of people, actually millions of people, and we would like to officially file a complaint, and I want to have a way where all of my people who are, follow my community can actually back this up and also take part in this, because it's an absolute fraud that Gary Gensler could promote this blockchain Algorand. He even promotes the founder of this project Algorand as a Turing Award winner, gives him credibility when in fact the SEC has said that he's a scammer, Sylvia McCally. So what I would like to see is a formal complaint filed, and how we can back this up and how we can follow this up as a community. So if you could call me back, I'm sure you guys have my number here. You can also email me at bitboy@bitboycrypto.com. Thank you. Goodbye. See you, Hester. We'd also, if you'd like to come on my channel, we'd like that too. Thanks, bye.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, why would we not?
Yeah.
Guys, do you understand how powerful we are here? The BitSquad, do you guys understand how powerful we are? Hester Pierce's number, by the way, pull it up on the screen. I would like for all of you guys to also call Hester Pierce and also back this up. Let's get a formal complaint going against Gary Gensler. I want a formal complaint. The number is 202-551-5080. We would like Hester to come on the channel and explain how our formal complaint is not valid. How in the world can the commissioner of the SEC get away with promoting an illegal security? I want to know the answer to that question. I want to know how he loopholes himself out of this. Let's go. Guys, you have the power. We together have the power. Please pick up the phone, call Hester Pierce. I guess we've been saying it wrong the entire time.
And we love Hester.
We do
awesome.
we love Hester. We love Hester. Hester's the one person that will speak up against Gary. That's why we want her on our team. We want her on our squad. We want her on the team of pro-innovation. Hester is the one that's sitting there at the intervention, and she's like, I told him this was going to happen. I told him this was going to happen. I told him they were going to come for him. I tried to tell him. It's not everybody else's fault. It's your fault. But he didn't listen to me. It was not my fault that you were late to work. I didn't need to hear that story about the dog, about you running after the dog. Turns out it's a different dog. You get captured by the mafia. That don't make no sense. So there we go. All right, let's go. Okay. Talk about a mic drop. Guys, this is just what we do on the channel. That was not a significant moment. This is what we do. We back up what we say.
Every day.
Every day. Nick, can we do this? I want to do this for this segment when we're going to be calling people.
Yep.
I want to create a phone number that I can say, call back this number.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to create a number that we can do that because I can't get my personal number out. Bitcoin's pumping. What's going on with Bitcoin right now? Let me take a look-see. Let me take a look-see. 26.3. All right, we're now up. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, does the crypto markets love it when I call Hester Purse or what? They love it. Obviously, that was because of what we just did, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
I would say, Nick, you pay attention like better than anybody else that does the show.
That's incorrect.
Is it?
That's so incorrect.
You are so full of BS that I can't tell when you miss it. That's amazing. You do really good at that, Nick. That's why you are in charge of all our content.
It's true. Big facts.
Big facts. Okay. All right. Crypto rivalry. Today, we're actually going to talk about not a rivalry. Usually we talk about rivalries. Today, we are, guys, I want you guys to imagine the irony of this. I just pumped the markets by calling the SEC. Now, they're going to end up suing me over market manipulation because I called them. You can see it coming now. And you can see it now. The SEC post with the red background with the quotes, because I caused market manipulation. Yeah. These people are so dumb. My guy, James Kopechny, he said he called him. You guys, that's right. You guys also be calling. Be calling.
Yeah, don't order any pizzas.
No pizzas. No pizzas to that number, guys. No pizzas. I don't know. And if you did, try to find out if they're vegan or not. Because like my guy Sam said, SBF, when I tried to send him a pizza, he said, I don't like spicy things because I'm a wimp. So
Gary is for sure a vegan.
Hester is?
No,
Gary?
Gary. For sure.
Is the blood of children vegan? I'm not sure about that.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
With respect to Binance, I'm reading through the SEC complaint. It's over 130 pages, but seems like the next in a series of steps of implement choke point 2.0 in the United States. Salem witch trials 2.0 or Salem witch trials. Here they come. The end goal is a agenda based. CBDC partnership with a handful of massive banks and the end-to-end control over every aspect of your financial life. A regulatory event is where you have a debate about compliance with the law or guidance. This event seems to be a political philosophical disagreement in the very existence of cryptocurrencies and what they represent. An unelected group of people have decided that concepts like self-sovereign identity, owning your wallet, and the freedom to control your economic agency should be removed from the masses and given to the enlightened few. Remember, what was it? Not rules for thee, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Honestly, what is happening isn't anything new. It's always the same fight between freedom and authoritarianism, just with different players, technology, and words. It does seem like this event is a perfect opportunity for the entire industry to set aside its fragmented nature and unite for a common sense set of rules and guidelines that can prevent the United States from slipping into a dystopia that would make 1984 look like a vacation. Absolutely. I mean, because guys, the technology we're capable of today is so much further advanced than what they thought we would be at this standpoint. Like when you look at what we just covered with the Apple story. I'll have more to say later, but we'll close with we are going to be fine. Everything's all right, and the future is bright for the industry. Guys, we got to band together. We have to band together. This splinter thing where everybody on Twitter is saying everybody in crypto needs to go to jail, you're doing the SEC's work for them. You're trying to brainwash people because you've already been brainwashed. Open your eyes. How many people have actually gone to jail over crypto? Do you know, Nick?
Quite a few.
How many major figures have gone to jail because of crypto?
Well,
Ross Ulbricht.
Yeah.
Give him. Did Arthur Hayes actually do time or no? I don't think he did
he
it.
did. No. Roger Ver didn't do any time, did he?
Roger Ver did time before he got into crypto.
Oh, okay.
That was for selling selling fertilizer that was basically said he was selling bomb materials to terrorists.
Oh.
That's why he denounced his American citizenship and moved out. That was before crypto, I believe. I
Could you
think
say-
that's what pushed him into being a libertarian and why he. We should get Roger Ver. I want Roger Ver to be. I love Roger Ver. I think
Yeah.
he's awesome.
He's badass.
He is. He is bad, and he's a jiu-jitsu guy. Like he's a black belt.
Is he what?
Yeah, he's a black belt. Maybe it's a brown belt, but he's very high. He will
That's
crush you.
extremely difficult.
Yeah, that's the thing you always worry about when you like want to pick a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
I may or may not have picked a couple fights with some people at not the lady. Okay, not the lady. That's not true. May have picked a couple fights while I was at the Bitcoin conference. Yeah, maybe. You never know though.
Yeah.
You know? I did pick a fight with a guy that was about a foot taller than me, maybe. He had some nice moves. But the whole thing is you never know which one's gonna have that black belt.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't beat somebody who's got a black belt. I already know that. I mean, maybe if I come in wearing my Polk High School jersey, okay, scored 4 touchdowns at one time, maybe I'll be scared enough. But anyways, I digress. Charles Gunn said that. Good stuff. Guys, let's roll into the XRP segment. Don't forget this segment is sponsored to you guys by Stake. Here we go. And you know what's so funny? Well, you can't play games with crypto, by the way. Go to bitboycrypto.com/stake. If you're US, you sign up over here. If you're international, sign up over here. XRP is one of the coins that you can play with. But in some parts of the world, maybe not everywhere. But the fact is that it's so funny now watching, where's my XRP army at? XRP. They said Nick's a natural fighter, I can tell. Yeah, Nick's feisty. I'll tell you, Nick's feisty.
I trained at a UFC gym.
Did you?
For 3 years, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, God, man.
I got your back, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Got my 6. Got my 6. The fact is, XRP army has to be sitting back laughing right now. You got to be sitting back saying, we told y'all. We told you. We tried to warn the bells. We tried to put out the sirens. Can we find an AD that will criminally charge Gary with manipulation of commodities and bribery? I would support that 100%. I support that 100%. You should go to jail for holding cash up to 9% trace amounts of coke, fentanyl on him. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Elizabeth Warren said if we get rid of crypto, we'll get rid of heroin. Fentanyl goes away.
That all it takes?
That's all it takes. You get rid of crypto, there's no more fentanyl in America.
Damn it.
Yeah, there was no fentanyl before that. King Peasant said, throw that X up, Nick.
Moving on.
Keep your comments to yourself, sir. But the fact is the XRP army's got to be sitting back laughing, saying, we told you. And of course, they're all talking about the reason why Ethereum still hasn't been classified is because all the government's ties to Ethereum through consensus. Could be true. It's not past anybody. We know ETHgate was a real thing. I don't like to call it ETHgate because it makes it look like Ethereum itself is the bad thing. It's some of the people that are behind some of the major companies that have ties to JP Morgan are the bad people. But the fact is, I just think they haven't come up with the angle to go after Ethereum yet. Gary Gensler don't care about consensus. William Hemman may. Gary Gensler don't. Gary Gensler's paid by the banks directly. And I don't care about those JP Morgan ties. It ain't every bank tied to it. And not every bank is tied to consensus. So we'll see what happens. But back to the XRP story here. XRP investment product inflow stands out as crypto outflows continue for 7th week. Digital asset investment products have seen outflows totaling 62 million over the last week, marking the 7th consecutive week of outflows. Total of 329 million, or about 1% of total assets under management. Let's see. XRP investment products stood out. The assertion is further supported by the fact that prices have risen 56% across investment products since the start of the year. These outflows come against a backdrop of subdued trading activity, with volume staying at 60% below this year's average. Meanwhile, the native token of the XRP saw inflows of $600,000 over the past week, bringing its year-to-date figures to 4 million. Number of addresses interacting with the network recently ballooned to an unprecedented 490,000 due to on-chain analytics firm Sentiment. 490,000 isn't far behind the largest ever spike recorded on March 18th, which triggered a remarkable 45% surge over XRP's price over the following 10 days. That would have been, of course, when Bitcoin was pumping as well. So I don't know, guys. I don't know where we go from here with XRP, but I think they're in the driver's seat with the lawsuit. Let's see here. Can you give Gary some of your hair and beard? I will not give that man anything.
No,
I will not. Let's move on to super chats here or to questions. Bitboy Crypto, if a person was able to get 1 Bitcoin during the bear market, what percentage should they sell near the top? I mean, that's a personal preference. I mean, I don't think you should look at it like that. You should look at it like, how much of your portfolio are you willing to sell at the top? For us in the last cycle, we missed it. When we were waiting for 100K, we said we were going to sell 80% of our portfolio at the top. You want that 20% in, just in case you're wrong and it's not the top. You take profits on the 80%, 20%, let it run, your moon bag, whatever you call it. However, we didn't do that. We end up, I think we probably end up selling about over the 1 to 2 months around the top, maybe about 20% of our portfolio. We did it inverse. So really hurt us not doing what we said. Michael King, when is the audiobook release? Nick, can we check on that?
Yeah.
Audiobook is full, is done, recorded. It should be out very soon. How do I feel about the platform Uphold? Meh. It's hard to use. It's not user friendly. So far they haven't had any problems. I've used Uphold. I have an account there. Maybe we get Bitcoin on Uphold and maybe I'll change my mind on it. So guys, don't forget to go check out Bitcoin on Twitter. We do have a Twitter Spaces coming tomorrow night. You follow up what we're doing. That's all I got. Be blessed. Bitcoin out. Gold School, 4 touchdowns.